That this week, Rick Santorum, it was revealed, only gave 1.7% of his income in charitable deductions. And people said, why such a small amount? Other people, like Mitt Romney, give a lot more. And he said, well, I have a disabled child, which he does, a special needs child. And he said, you know, insurance doesn't cover it, so I have to. But he makes $1 million a year, and it's a strap on him to cover it. Isn't this the greatest argument ever for Obamacare? What do people do who don't make $1 million a year?
I mean, I don't know in terms of the specifics of Obamacare, but I think in terms of the idea that people have access to insurance for whatever health needs they have, absolutely. And I think everyone, whether you're on the right, the left, the center, wherever you happen to be, have made that argument. Why
doesn't he have insurance? Why isn't this child covered?
The child's covered. I mean, I just think there's a series of services that aren't covered. I'll tell you what's even
Why isn't this child covered fully, then?
That's the right question to ask.
Why does he need his full salary of $1 million to cover this child? I mean,
he is such an unusual person to be able to have those kind of resources to take care of people, and other working people are just kind of stuck here in this system. And so, absolutely. And what was really funny this week is the woman that filed the lawsuit against Obamacare went bankrupt, has $5,000 worth of insurance bills, and now she's going to ask the government or other insurers to pay it. This is the woman who's challenging the law, and she now wants us to pay for her health care because she didn't have insurance. What a crazy thing.
But it's the same thing with all of the instances, and we heard Ron Paul saying this in the debates. Anytime they're saying, cut off the government funding, cut our taxpayer dollars going to all of these important civilizing aspects of our country, because charity will take care of it. And here is a prime spokesman for that saying, can't give dollars except to my family.
But that's part of the balance we're going to have to deal with. I mean, there's still a whole lot of unfolding yet to do with the Obamacare legislation. Comes online in 2013 and 2014. There are going to be all types of aspects of this in terms of premium costs and other things that are going to be covered, and how that's going to be covered. Because, to be honest with you, that's not defined in the bill. I mean, Nancy Pelosi said it the best. We have to pass it before we know what's in it. And they still don't know all of the various mechanisms, because all that's going to be regulatory, all of that's going to be set up after the fact. And the question that you're raising, while legitimate, has big financial consequences for the country that, if we don't be honest about them, will make it even more difficult to provide that health care coverage.
I have to move on.